my name is Carmel. I work with Eastside Neighborhood Services with the Vital Living Program. Thank you for joining me today for Vital Fitness. We are going to get started in our chairs right away. Make sure you're wearing comfortable clothing that you can move in, shoes that are right for your floor or that you know you have a good grip on. And let's go ahead and get seated back straight in our chair, and we're going to take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out, exhale. Again, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Inhale again, and exhale. Let's get started from the bottom of our feet all the way up to the top. So we're going to start with our feet here. If you watch my feet, I'm having both of my feet flat on the floor, but you can go ahead and raise your heels up and then raise your toes. So raise the heels and then raise the toes. And of course, ease into it. We are warming up. You don't want to stretch anything too far, especially when you feel these stretches too. You want to take deep breaths in and out. They often help with stretching a little bit more, a little bit farther each time. Feel free and always check in with your body and how it's feeling. Don't want to force it into movements that it's not used to doing. So take your time with it and to whatever comfortable range of motion works for you. Okay, let's take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Moving on now to our calves, we are going to stretch one leg out, return, and stretch the other leg out. I misspoke. This doesn't. It does work your calves, but it works more of your thighs here. So you feel your muscles kind of wake up there. Slowly stretch out each foot. If you can't stretch as far and you can only do it maybe over here or lower, that's okay. As long as we keep on moving our feet to a comfortable range of motion again, whatever works for us, it's important as long as we keep on moving. So I think that's the important part. We want to stay active as best as we can. Okay, rest both feet again on the floor. This time we are going to march. So go ahead and raise one foot up off of the floor and then raise the other foot up. So we're just alternating our legs here, still waking them up. Still working mostly our thighs. If you can raise it as high up as you can right away, because it already feels a little bit warmer, feel free to do that. Again, check in with your body. Take deep breaths in and out. You might notice I don't have any music in the background here, and it's so that everyone can hear me all right. I want to make sure that you can hear me well on your ends. Feel free to put music on your end if that works best for you. But again, I'm just doing it to make sure that everyone can hear me. Okay, and continue marching here. We'll do it for 10 more seconds, I would say. And again, do it at a comfortable range of motion that works for you. This is an all abilities exercise class, so no need to push too hard right away, especially when we warm up here. Okay, take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Deep breath in again. And deep breath out. Okay. So this time, let's go ahead and work on our core kind of moving up to our upper body here, what we're going to do, we are going to extend both hands out in front of us, kind of just at chest level here. And then we're going to pull our arms back. So stretch it out right in front of us, and then pull our arms back. You want to imagine you are pinching your shoulder blades here in the back and trying to get them as close as possible to each other. And kind of, it looks similar to maybe rowing a boat in a way, using those same muscles. But if you can hold it for a little bit longer, like hold for a second and then release, then that could also help. Well, not help, but it could challenge you to do this exercise. So take deep breaths in and out as you do this. Also, when I'm pulling, I don't have my elbows out like this, because then I can't really pinch my shoulder blades. To pinch my shoulder blades, I kind of have to keep my elbows as close to my the sides of my body as possible. So imagine you're getting those shoulder blades, trying to get them as close as possible. Taking deep breaths in and out. Okay. Go ahead and rest. Take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Deep breath in again. And out. One more time. And out. Okay. So we work mostly on our back and our upper and our chest here, our pectorals a bit. Let's go ahead and move on to our shoulders now this time. We are gonna roll our shoulders forward. So imagine you have small circles with your shoulders that you're trying to make. Taking deep breaths in and out as you go through the movement. If it helps you to bring your elbows up to do a bigger circle, feel free to do that if you would like. Again, check in with your body if this is a movement that works for you or not. So you don't have to do it this way. You can choose if you would like. Okay, go ahead and roll it the other direction now this time. Continue breathing in and out through your mouth. Also, it's important to have a water bottle nearby you. I forgot mine today, so I won't be drinking from it. But if you ever need a break, feel free to take a break. We save these videos every week, so you can come back to it if you missed a section, or if you've decided that you're done today, that's totally fine. You can continue on another day of the week. Whatever works for you and your schedule, and whatever works for your body too. Okay, go ahead and rest. Shake that off. Take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more time. Okay. So, moving on to our head and our neck, we are going to be moving it around here. We are going to look to the right, just our head and our neck moving, and then look to the left. Taking deep breaths in and out as you look side to side. Making sure that you really feel this movement, kind of if you are not used to paying attention to your body where it is in space, kind of that spatial awareness, it's a good one to try with smaller movements like these. Help you practice. And it's important to practice that because being aware of your body and where it is, what it's doing, helps us to not injure any parts of our body, to prevent any falls. So it's a good practice to do. Okay, look straight ahead again here. Take a deep breath in, out. Let's look up to the ceiling this time. Go ahead and move slowly as you test each movement here with any of our exercises. And remember to keep on breathing. Try not to hold your breath here. I usually inhale and then exhale when I'm looking. Inhale, looking straight ahead, and then exhale. Okay, one more with our head and neck here. We are going to make sure our shoulders are down, they're pulling downwards, and then we are going to lean one side of our head as though we are trying to reach our ear to our shoulder, but it won't actually touch it. It won't be doing this. Remember, keep those shoulders down. Switch. And what we want to feel here is that if we feel a stretch kind of right by our neck, then that's all we need to feel. No need to kind of pull even harder. We don't need to do that. Taking deep breaths in and out. Again, switch to the other side. Go ahead and inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Remember, you're pulling those shoulders down. One last time, other side. This is a good exercise to do anywhere while you're doing anything. So it's a nice way to relieve any tension that you might feel in your neck from just having it still for too long. Okay, go ahead and take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. Okay, we're going to move along here with our sit to stand exercise. So if you are in your chair and you feel ready to do some movements here where you're going to be standing up, go ahead and do that. If you don't feel comfortable standing up, you'd like to stay seated the whole time, that's okay, that's completely fine. We are going to show seated variations of all the standing exercises we're about to do. So, first, we are going to make sure we're seated in our chair, feet flat on the floor, our posture is upright, and then seated towards the edge of the chair here. So you want to have room underneath your legs to be able to do this exercise. And let's take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And so hands at our sides, we are going to do the first motion of this exercise, which is stretching forward, bringing our hands in front of us. Inhale, and then exhale when you come back. Try that again. Inhale, look straight ahead, and come back. One more time. Inhale, and come back. Now, if you can't stretch as far as I am, that's okay. Again, my movements, they're simply a skeleton of what it could be, a guide. It doesn't have to look exactly like mine, but as long as you are pushing a little bit past your limits, not too far past, then that's the important part to do this, to do any of our exercises. So I'm going to show the seated version, not seated, but the chair-assisted version of this exercise. And I have a chair right here, right in front of me. So this is a chair. Make sure it's a stable one that you can hold on to for when you need to get up off your chair, because that's the part to our sit to stand that's coming up next. Okay, and again, if you can't come off of your chair, feel free to keep on stretching forward, coming back. This is still doing a lot of good exercise for your legs, for your core. It's a good one to keep on doing. And you can actually keep on building on that to eventually get to this point. Um, it is possible. We can also build strength no matter what age we are. So let's take a deep breath in again and a deep breath out. Chair right in front of us, it's stable. We are going to make sure our head is up the whole entire time, looking straight ahead. Let's inhale as we lean over, no lifting yet. Take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. Go ahead and lift a little. Use that chair if you need that support. Inhale and exhale. Okay, I'm going to show this without the chair in front of me this time, just so for the folks who don't need that chair to help assist them when they get up. Let's try that again. Make sure you're looking straight ahead. And you're going to start with our first motion. We are going to inhale, no lifting yet. Inhale and exhale. Lift a little this time. Use those arms for momentum. Inhale and exhale. Okay, one more variation to teach for anyone who would like some extra momentum to help them up off their chair. You're going to kind of rock back and push. Not just push, but we are swinging our arms forward and we're also pushing the ground with our legs to help get us up. So take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out and exhale. Let's put those two together. We are going to stretch forward, no lifting yet. Inhale. Exhale. Lift a little this time. Rock back before you do. Ooh, I pushed way too far, so it really adds momentum if you let it add momentum. Okay. So the final part to this sit to stand is to stand all the way up. And we're going to stay standing, and I'll let you know if we're going to repeat that. We'll repeat it a few times, actually. So I'm going to have my chair in front of me again just to show what it looks like. But let's add all three of those together. The first part where we don't lift yet, the second part where we lift a little, and then the third where we stand all the way up. So let's take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Okay, first motion here. We are going to inhale as we lean forward. Exhale. Lift a little this time. Exhale. Try not to pop down. And then stand all the way up. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. So let's try that again. But before you sit back down, we are going to step all the way back. Feel that chair behind our legs. We know where it is. We know where we're going to sit down. And we are going to take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out and exhale as we gently lower ourselves back into our seat. Try not to plop down in our chair. Okay, let's do that 2 more times here, the whole way through. Sit towards the edge of your chair. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. I'm going to shut my window here. I think it's getting a little bit loud. Hopefully that didn't affect the sound that's coming through your device there. Let's take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Sit towards the edge of your chair. Posture is upright the whole time, and we are having our chin up and looking up the whole time as well. And let's do our stretch forward, no lifting yet. We're going to inhale and exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale and exhale. Now stand all the way up. Inhale and exhale. again here, feel that chair behind you. You know where it is. You're going to sit back down. Try not to flop down. Take a deep breath in and inhale. And exhale as you lower yourselves. Last one, and then we're going to stay standing. For those folks who'd like to stay seated down, we'll show seated variations. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Feet flat on the floor. Posture is upright and your chin is up. Let's stretch forward. No lifting yet. We are going to inhale. Exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale. Gently lower. Exhale. Stand all the way up now. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, stand behind your chair and we are going to warm up our ankles here. So you can do this seated or standing, whichever one works for you. We are going to raise one ankle up, not ankle, but raise one heel up off of the ground. And then we're going to draw a circle with that heel. So if you look at it from the front, my heel is trying to draw as big of a circle as it can, while the toes are still in contact with the ground. So switch directions. This might feel a little bit funny if we're not used to doing this movement, but it's a good one for our ankles. And it nicely loosens them up, wakes them up. Make sure we're ready to go. Okay, other side this time. Again, same thing. We're going to raise one heel up, and then we're going to draw a circle with our ankles. From the front, it looks like this. Feel free to hold on to that chair for support if you need that. Toes are still in contact with the ground. Taking deep breaths in and out. Switch directions. I know I somewhat feel this in my toes as well, not just my ankles, because they're kind of rolling around here too, and you kind of feel all those joints waking up. Okay. Okay, our ankles are a little bit warmer. This time we are going to go stand behind our chair, holding onto that chair for support if we need that. We're going to take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. And we're going to hold on to this chair while we go on our tiptoes and then gently back down. So going on our tiptoes and gently back down. We all have different ranges of motion and flexibility with our ankles here. So make sure you are listening to your body the whole entire time so that we take our time with the movement, make sure we're easing into it and we're not making it too difficult for our bodies to keep on going here. So take deep breaths in and out. Inhaling and exhaling through the movements. Okay. And last one, we're going to hold it up in the air. Hold it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and back down. And I bet you didn't expect that. I forgot to mention, if you are doing the seated down, apologize about that. To feel more of the weight, more of a challenge, it helps to sit towards the edge of your chair and do it similar to how we were doing it earlier, where you simply raising your heels, going on your tippy toes, and doing the same movement. So I just wanted to show what that looked like seated down. I should have shown that earlier. But go ahead, take a breather, drink some water. I forgot my water bottle. Hopefully you have your water nearby you. You're going to keep on going here, but take a break if you need to. Go ahead and inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. One last time here. Okay, so with that motion, that movement, we woke up not just our ankles, but also our calves a bit. So let's stretch these out. We are going to stand about arms length away from your chair that's still in front of you. I'll show what this looks like seated down and standing. This will look quite different. But we are going to step one foot in front of the other, and then we're going to place our weight into that front foot. So make sure when you're standing up and doing this exercise, you have both feet flat on the floor. Your back leg is outstretched. It's not bent like this, but outstretched. And you feel that stretch right at your calves. So I feel it most in my back calf, of course, because it's outstretched here. Let's switch. So again, have a foot, switch to the other foot, in front now this time. We're going to shift our weight to that front foot, keeping both feet flat on the floor and that back leg outstretched. When you feel a stretch right here, that's all you need to feel. No need to push it farther than that. You don't want to push it to a place of pain, but a little bit of discomfort maybe. That stretching feeling. That's all you need to feel. Okay. So switch again if you are standing up. I'm going to show what this looks like seated down this time. So if you're standing up, go ahead. Place one foot in front of the other. So place one foot in front of the other. And then the difference here is that if you are seated down, you are going to flex that outstretched foot. So if you look at my foot right here, I don't have it flat on the floor, but I have it kind of my toes pointing to the ceiling if you can. And make sure that leg is, you're keeping that knee soft. You don't want to strain it. But we are going to shift our weight forward. And when you feel a stretch right at your calf here, that's all you need to feel. You don't have to lean so far forward where you are outstretching it too much. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and out. Other side now this time. For those folks who are standing up, go ahead and switch feet. Place one foot in front of the other. If you are standing up, keep the feet flat and keep that back leg outstretched. While for those folks sitting down, go ahead and flex the foot that is in front of you. And we are going to lean forward. When you feel a stretch in your calf, then that's all you need to feel right there. So take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and release. I'll show it one more time sitting down, and then I'll switch back to standing up. We are going to outstretch our leg in front of us, put one foot in front of the other, flex that foot if you're sitting down, keep it flat if you are standing up, and we are going to lean forward. When you feel that stretch right here, that's as far as you need to go. Take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, and release. Okay, go ahead and switch to the other side, and I will show what this looks like. With one foot in front of the other, keep that back leg outstretched, feet flat on the floor if you are standing up and doing this exercise. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out, and release. Okay, drink some water, take another breather or two if you need to. And let's stand behind our chair here. We're going to do one more before you sit back down. And so, you can hold on to the chair for support if you need that support. Or you can just have it off to the side and have your hands at your hips or on your sides, whatever works for you. But I'll have it off to the side here just so you see what my legs are doing. But I am going to step one together and then other side together. So step together, other side together. If you're in front of a chair, same thing. You're stepping right together, left together, right together, left together. So you're going back and forth, stepping as you move through this exercise. And we're just cooling it a bit. We're not doing as intense of a leg exercise, but we want to cool down a bit, a little, before you sit back down. Okay, let's keep on going for a couple more seconds. Take deep breaths in and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do it for 3 and 2 and 1. And again, I forgot to mention, if you are doing this seated down, it looks the same way, where you step to the side, together, side, together. Forgot to mention that. Okay, for those folks who are standing up, don't just sit just yet. Let's add a little bit of an exercise as you sit back down. Feel that chair behind you. This is similar to what we were doing with our sit to stand exercise. You know where it is. You know where you're going to sit down. We are going to take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out. Exhale as we gently lower ourselves into our chair. And sit back down. Okay, take another deep breath in and out. We are going to rest our legs and let's work on our upper body again here. Let's start with our core this time. What we're going to do is we're going to sit towards the edge of our chair. And for this exercise, feel free to place your hands crossed at your chest here, kind of fingertips at your shoulders. Or you can hold on to your chair for support if you need to, whatever works for you. But what we're going to do is we are going to sit towards the edge of our chair, making sure there's space between our back and the back of the chair. Because we are going to lean back, take a deep breath in, and exhale as we pull ourselves back up. So let's try that again. Make sure that when you do that, you definitely feel your core kind of clench and hold itself tight, because you are keeping that back straight the whole time. So if you look at me here, you're not doing like a stretch like you're arching your back. You're not doing that. But you're keeping your back straight as though imagine it's a seesaw maybe? I don't know. But keep your back straight, that's the important part. And we are going to inhale and then exhale. Let's try that again. Inhale and exhale. If you feel your abdomen here kind of clenching, tensing up, then you're doing the exercise right. If you feel something in your back that doesn't feel right, feel free, take a step back. Do it at a smaller range of motion, maybe only going this far instead of going all the way back. Whatever works for you. If you're feeling pain, take a breather. Definitely take a breather. We don't want to injure ourselves here. So go ahead and just do it for 2 more here. This is a difficult exercise. I feel myself shaking when I do this. So if you also feel that, then we're all in the same boat here. Take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Drink some water. I wish I had my water. I forgot it again this week. Go ahead and rest in your chair, stay seated, and we are going to keep on moving with our abdomen being engaged here. And what we're going to do next, actually, it's less strenuous of an exercise. We are going to simply look our side, and if you notice, we were doing this earlier, but we were just doing it with our head and our neck. This time, let's move our shoulders. Imagine as though you're twisting your body, and then coming back. Twisting our body, and coming back. No need to twist too far, unless you feel pretty warm, pretty ready to go even farther than you have before. You can choose to look all the way back if you would like to feel those deep stretches. And again, it's important to inhale and exhale and breathe throughout this process so that we keep our bodies nice and safe as we do this. Okay, one more on each side here. Okay, and rest. Take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. I am sweating here. It's quite humid today. If you're watching from Minnesota, or if you're watching from anywhere else, I hope you're staying safe in the weather that we're facing. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. One more time. And out. Okay. So now let's take a break from our core working hard, and we're gonna go to our small weights here. So I have 2-pound weights. Now this is not necessary to do the exercise. You don't need weights for this upcoming exercises we're about to do. And you can actually also substitute cans of soup or water bottles or anything else that you have around the house that's of about the same weight. That's not too heavy. I don't think you want to go over 5 pounds. Well, for some of our exercises at least. Don't go too heavy, especially if you're not familiar with using weights in your exercise. So, go ahead, rest your arms at your sides. We're going to warm up with these weights, and we are going to simply shrug our shoulders up and down, going up and down, stretching, inhaling, exhaling as we do the movement, taking deep breaths in and out. Okay. And as we move here, remember to pay attention to how your body's feeling the whole time. If it doesn't feel ready to keep on going, then don't push it. Don't push it too far. We want to protect ourselves, want to protect our bodies. So push to a good challenge, but not a painful one. Should never be a painful one. Okay. Let's rest our shoulders out. If you need to let go of the weights and keep on going without them, that's okay. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, this time we are going to stretch our arms in front of us. Keep those elbows soft, and then raise them. Not raise, but put them back down. So raise your arms up and put them back down. Raise it up, put it back down. Taking deep breaths in and out as you do this movement. Inhaling and exhaling. And if you can only go up to a certain height, like right here, that's okay. Keep on going. If you need to let go of your weights at some point, go ahead, let go of them. make sure that when you're moving your weights, you are in control the whole time. So you're not letting gravity pull your weights down. That's really unsafe. You don't want to do that. You want to kind of guide the movement all the way through, making sure you take care. Okay, last one. And let's let go of these. And we're going to stretch out our arms. So let's take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's practice some deep breathing with our belly here. So have your hands on your belly. We're going to inhale through our nose and push out our stomach because we're trying to inhale all the way down to our belly. And then exhale it all the way out as our stomach comes back in. Let's try that again. Inhale all the way through our nose and all the way to our belly. Our belly pushes out. And then exhale as it comes back in. We release all that air. One more time here. Inhale. Push that stomach out. And exhale. Push it back in. Okay. That belly breathing, that really helps with our body trying to recenter ourselves, kind of come back into the moment. And it's a good break, a good stress reliever too. So if you find yourselves breathing from your chest, kind of, your chest rising up and down, from some scientific studies, has some research data points that have said that increases your stress. So kind of slowing down that breathing, getting it all the way down to our belly, has been shown as a better alternative whenever we feel those anxious moments in our lives. It's a good one to try to do if you ever feel the need to. So let's take a deep breath in again and out. And let's work on stretching our arms. We're going to stretch our arms out to the sides. And imagine you're being pulled at both sides. Your arms are stretching as far out as they can. We're going to inhale and exhale. Let's stretch a little bit further. What I mean by that is when I stretch my arms off to the side, they're right here, right at my sides. And then when I stretch further, I'm bringing them a little back to the back. Inhale and exhale. Again, you're kind of opening up your chest. Inhale and exhale. If you're starting to feel tired, and a way to know if you're feeling tired is you're kind of losing your neck here, feel free to lower your arms. Go ahead and do that. Don't want to lose your neck while you're doing this. You want to keep your body as upright as possible. You're going to inhale and exhale. Let's wrap our arms around us this time. We are going to give ourselves a good squeeze as we inhale, squeeze, and exhale. Release. Again, inhale, squeeze, and exhale, release. Okay, this bottom arm you have, we're going to place that on top this time. We're going to do the same exact movement. We are going to hug ourselves really hard and squeeze as we inhale. And exhale, release. Try again. Inhale as you squeeze. And exhale, release. And gently untangle yourself. Okay, here. We've been doing a lot with our whole entire body. So we are going to take a break from all those huge movements and we're going to stand back up here. And so with our sit to stand exercise, if you are starting to feel tired, feel free to just continue sitting down. But sit towards the edge of your chair, look straight up. You're looking straight ahead here. And we're going to take a deep breath in Take a deep breath out. First motion, no lifting yet. We're going to inhale and exhale. Lift a little this time. Inhale, exhale. Now stand all the way up. Inhale and exhale. That's actually a good exercise to try for whenever you get off of your chair if you would like to add a little bit of exercise within your day. I know sometimes we often don't have enough time for exercise, but we can add like a small movement or two if we choose to, and that still counts for something. So drink some water if you need to. Take a deep breath in and inhale. Take a deep breath out and exhale. And stand behind your chair if you need that support, something to hold on to. Otherwise, you can have your hands at your hips, and we are going to slightly bend our knees. Make sure the knees are soft, they're not kind of locked in place here, but soft knees the whole entire time. And we are going to move around our hips into a circle. So, soft knees, and draw a circle with your hips. If you're holding onto the chair, you're kind of holding onto that chair for support as you move your hips around in a circle. And when you move your hips around in a circle, you kind of feel that weight shift to all different sides of your foot. I know that's a very, very focused kind of spatial awareness here, but try and challenge yourselves to feel that because you will notice that, those small weight shifts. Switch directions. Keep on going. I'm going to show how this looks seated down. But seated down, you still feel those weight shifts at different sides of your leg this time. So you may not be circling your hips exactly. You're kind of circling your upper body more. But focus on those weight shifts. You want to feel that as you do the movement. And it's a good exercise as well for your hips. So keep on going. Okay, switch again. Now I want to challenge you to try and isolate your hips. So what I mean by that is to imagine your hips are the only thing moving. You're not moving around your whole entire body as you do this. If you've noticed that this is something that you do to try and have a bigger circle, try not to do that. Imagine you're balancing something on top of your head. And of course, if you're sitting down, it's not possible because the only way to move around is to move your upper body. But for those folks who are standing up, you are going to isolate your hips. The movement is only coming from your hips, trying to draw as big of a circle as you can as you keep your upper body, your shoulders straight as possible. Okay, switch directions. Last one here. Taking deep breaths in and out. Inhaling and exhaling through that movement. Taking deep breaths in and out. And let's release all of that energy. Let's go ahead and inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One last time here. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Okay. We'll continue with this with these small movements with that challenge our balance here. Hold on to that chair for support if you need to. But what we're going to do next is something that we do in our Tai Chi class. It's our fall prevention-based Tai Chi class that we do, and we're actually about to host it in September again, in person, most likely, and probably online as well, both options. But go ahead, have your feet about hip hip width underneath your hips here. Go ahead and slightly bend those knees so that they're nice and ready. They're not locked in place. And what we're going to test out here is shifting our weight to the right foot, feeling all that weight there. Come back to center and shift our weight to our left foot. So, this might seem really easy to you. That's okay. But I challenge you to really focus on where is my weight in my body. Make it a bit of a brain challenge because then when we know those small things, we could go even to smaller focus areas here where, oh, I feel my weight more on the right edge of my foot. Like, right edge, who thinks of that? But when we are very aware of our body, we are able to control our movements better. We're able to build those small habits to prevent falls, to just go through our daily activities a little bit more in tune with our body and knowing what it needs and wants. So they're good exercises to do. Okay, if you feel ready, go ahead, and this time we are going to lift one heel off of the ground. So I am going to shift my weight to the right. All my weight is on my right foot. That frees up my left foot to lift the heel up. So if you look at me from this side, I'm going to shift my weight to the right. Feel that weight on my right, and then lift my left heel. So if you look at my left heel, I'm lifting that. Okay, let's switch to the other side. Shift your weight to the left. Feel all that weight on your left foot, and then you're going to lift that heel. So lift that heel. Here you go. I'm going to angle my foot here just so you can see, but you don't need to angle your foot. Your toes can be pointing straight ahead if you would like. Okay, switch other side. Feel that weight shift to the right, and then lift that heel on the left. So lift that heel on the left. Shift the weight to the left. Lift your right heel. Shift that weight to the right. Lift that left heel. Shift to the left. Lift that right heel. You can practice deep breathing as well as you do this exercise. And I actually challenge you to do this exercise slower than you think you should. Because that forces you to really focus on the movement, not just kind of, moving around, which you don't feel too much balance happening. When you have all your weight on one foot, you kind of feel that more it becomes more of a challenge, more of something you need to focus on so that you keep your balance. So that's something to do as well. Okay, go ahead and switch your feet this time. We are going to lean to the left and lift our heel. Not our heel, our toes. Lift our toes. So I'm lifting my right toes here, and then I'm shifting my weight to the right and lifting my left toes. Again, your foot can face the front the whole entire time. I'm simply angling it so that you see it better with my feet. But otherwise, I would be doing it like this. It's not as obvious with my feet if I just have them pointing forward. So take deep breaths in and out as you do this movement. I've noticed that my stance have become a little bit bigger. Make sure that stance is just about hip width apart. And then you feel it more with your ankles when your stance is narrower. So look at that. I'm also correcting myself as I do this exercise. This is where you start to see, oh, how far can I actually go while keeping my stance a little bit smaller here. Makes it a lot more difficult to work on your balance. And of course, if you need to hold on to the chair, go ahead and do that. If you're sitting down, keep on going if you're standing up. I forgot to mention that you are also shifting your weight right and left, feeling that on your right thigh, your left thigh, when you're sitting down and doing this, try not to kind of bend like this. Keep yourselves upright. You're simply shifting kind of your center of gravity right and left, as opposed to bending all the way to the right or all the way to the left. So that's something you want to try and avoid doing. Okay, the next part to this the next part to this balance exercise is we are going to lift one foot as we lean to the side, put it back down, lift the other foot, and then put it back down. So I shift my weight to the right, and then I'm lifting my left foot. Shift my weight to the left, and then lifting my right foot. Again, the slower you go, the more difficult this becomes, because you have to really go through and control that movement, as opposed to just, regular stepping your way. But shifting your weight to the right and to the left. Again, try not to bend and kind of lean like that. Try not to do that. Try to keep yourselves upright as you do this exercise. Okay, and we are going to place our hands on our stomach. We are going to do some belly breathing to end the day. We are going to inhale through our nose, letting it reach all the way down to our belly and extending forward. And then exhale it all out. Our belly returns to place. Again, inhale through all the way through your nose, filling up your belly as though you're inflating a balloon, and then exhaling it all out. And last one, inhale through your nose, and exhale all the way out. Okay, my name is Carnell. Thank you so much for joining me today. That was our Vital Fitness exercise. I do want to mention that right now we're doing Vital Fitness on Facebook Live, but we are soon going to bring it back to our building at Eastside Neighborhood Services in Northeast Minneapolis. So stay tuned for that. It'll start sometime in September, hopefully. Of course, things may arise, but looking forward to that, and hopefully maybe seeing some of you in person as well. And so I'm going to share here a link to our July newsletter. So feel free to look at that for any classes or any caregiver services that you might be looking for. And I hope you all take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.